Here are some tips I wish I knew when I first started using Procreate. Do each sketch on a different layer, and with each layer, make it a little cleaner. For front-facing faces, turn on your drawing guide, edit, 2D grid, turn on your assisted drawing, and then turn on symmetry. This will make sure that the faces you're drawing are perfectly symmetrical. For faces at an angle, you're going to use the selection tool. Circle the normal sized eye, copy and paste it, and you're going to flip it horizontally, and with the freeform option, you're going to squeeze it into place, and then you don't have to draw the other eye. Makes it super easy. Adjust it as you go though, of course. Always flip horizontally, and fix it before you do your line art. To lower the opacity, you're going to tap on the layer with 2 fingers and slide it and adjust accordingly. Then I add another layer to do another sketch.
How to fill in letters with a photo. First things first, you need a photo. I went to Pixabay and I just downloaded this free wallpaper. It's for a desktop. You can just use any picture that you want. I uploaded it to my iPad, and then I went through my followers list to pick out a random name. So thank you, Morgan. You are the lucky winner. I used one of my new brushes that I haven't quite released yet. So it's my Finnick 1211 brush, but I really love it. I just made it the other day. And then after that, you want to add a new layer. So this will be your clipping mask layer. And then you're going to want to insert that photo through the tools menu. Size it to be over the size of your text, and then hit that layer and hit clipping mask. The thing that I love about clipping mask is that you can move it around, resize it, and just make it look a little bit better rather than using alpha lock. So there you have it. Follow and like for more tutorials.
Okay, so in order to do the rainbow effect over your writing, you're going to take your word, add a new layer, choose your colors, and just color directly onto that second layer right on top of your words. This does not have to be perfect in any way. Just make sure that all of your writing underneath is covered. And you can do this with any series of colors that you want. Okay, once all our letters are covered, we're going to go up to the magic wand and choose Gaussian blur and layer. Then you're going to use your pencil to sort of drag across, and you can see it gets very fuzzy or less fuzzy. We want it sort of somewhere in the middle. Then you're going to go back to your layer 2, and you're going to pick clipping mask, and that's going to clip the color straight to your words, and that's all it takes. You can do this with any design or set of colors.
I'm going to show you an easy way to fill in your lettering or even a shape without affecting your outline color. Instead of just dropping in the color, what you want to do is change your layer to reference, add a layer below it, and then fill in your lettering or your shapes. As you can see now, you can change your outline color without affecting your inside because your color is on a different layer.
My 3-point brush tutorial. Start with a square canvas and follow my drawing guide settings. Draw a circle, hold down, press Edit Shape Circle. Fill the circle in and duplicate it 2 times. Then align the circles in the center of the canvas and save as a JPEG to camera roll. Duplicate your monoline brush and press Shape. Go to Shape Source and import your picture and tap with 2 fingers to invert. Turn rotation all the way up and tap Improved Filtering. Change maximum and minimum size as you please. And you are ready to use your new brush.
Okay, so you click the wrench, and then you go to Canvas and just click Drawing Guide, and that'll turn it on. Then if you want to change it, you can go to Edit Drawing Guide, and you can change how thick the lines are, the opacity, so if you want it real bright or real barely able to see it. You can change the size of the squares. There's also a few other options in there that you can play with, but you can change the color so that you can see it based on your background color. It's pretty simple. Hope that helps.
Hey Creative, that is a really good question, and I'm here to show you. Pull up your app, Procreate, grab the pen that's a little too wobbly for you, tap on it, and go to Stroke Path. From there, Streamline is going to be your best friend. Use that to the max to have a clean line. Thank you for watching, and follow for more tips.
Thank
Thank you for asking for a detailed tutorial of how I drew that mint chocolate chip ice cream. Starting with the cone, I draw the shape I want, and then to edit the shape, I use the lasso tool to get the shape I want, and then I use a clipping mask on another layer and draw a shading bit, and then I always use multiply or some other overlay. Again, using a clipping mask, I draw the cone lines going one way, and then I duplicate them for the other way around, and then another clipping mask to make some highlight on the cone, and then I start the ice cream, drawing the shape I want and filling that shape, editing it a little bit, another clipping mask to add shading on top, and then highlight and just like depth. Like I said, when I use clipping masks, I usually change the opacity and make it a different thing other than normal, either multiply for darker or overlay or something like that. With the chocolate chips, I made a chocolate chip that's a shape I like, and then I duplicate it to erase a little bit for detail. I hope this was helpful.
My 4 tips are: start with a big canvas. Don't transform from tiny to huge. Use nearest neighbor, not bicubic, in the transform settings, and I've heard 300 dpi is the best, so you can try that too. Procreate is a pixel-based platform, so you can't completely get away from pixels.
Okay, to select an individual letter, say I wanted to bring the H closer, you go up to this little squiggly line here, make sure it's on freehand, and then just draw around it like that, and then go up to this arrow, click on it, and now it's highlighted, and you can make it bigger, smaller, you can move it over, and then you just click that again, and it's done.
About my favorite Procreate brushes a lot, so here are my absolute favorites. First, Bounce by iPad Lettering. I use this for script a lot. Procreate's monoline brush in the calligraphy section is pretty much my go-to for everything. In Bardo Brush's gouache set, I love the detailed liner. I also use a lot of star stamps, which I showed you how to make in another video.
So there are a few ways to outline in Procreate. The old way is just by doing it freehand, but this usually doesn't look the greatest. But to get a perfect outline every single time, all you have to do is duplicate your sticker layer and then make a new layer above that and fill with white. And then just make a clipping mask and merge the layers. Then go to adjustments and adjust the blur. I usually do about 15%. And then after that, choose automatic and then adjust the size of the outline. And that's it. You have a perfectly even outline every single time.
Absolutely, let's do it. So you're going to want to start out with whatever text it is that you're going to want to animate, and then you go into your settings, into Canvas, turn on Animation Assist, go down to Add Frame, and then you're going to trace over your text. It doesn't have to be perfect because the difference is going to be what makes it look like it's animated and moving. You're going to do this 3 or 4 times. And then you're going to go down to the bottom. Once you have 4 layers or so, hit play. It automatically makes it go super fast. That's just the default setting. So you change your frames per second in settings down to about 4 or 5, whatever you think looks best. And there you have it, your animated text.
Just know you're not alone.
For the 100-day project challenge, I decided to learn how to do something new in Procreate every day. Today I learned how to make stamps. So you're going to start with a square and draw your image on a black background, then save to images as a JPEG. Then add a new brush, click Shape, then click Shape Source, and import a photo. And from there, you're going to drag the count all the way to the max. I think it's 16. And you can also add that you made it if you want to. And now you'll have a brush that you can use as a stamp with your little image. I made a few different designs into stamps this way. Super fun, 10 out of 10, would definitely recommend.
Dante do it shit like.
Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick how to make the outline monoline brush. So you're going to go to brushes, you're going to duplicate the monoline brush twice. Then you're going to swipe right on both of those brushes, combine. Tap that, you're going to tap the top brush, change normal to difference for combine mode. Then you can click properties, and you can change the max size, min size to give your brush a different size outline. You can do the same thing on the bottom brush. This will give you endless combinations that you can play with. Go ahead and click done. And that is your new outline monoline brush. Have fun with that.
He's one of the good ones. Love me like he should one, like he wrote the book one. The kind you find when you don't even look one. Anybody can be good ones.